Well, hey there. Good morning and welcome to worship at Paynesville Lutheran Church. Why don't you come in and I'll show you how things are going to work. You'll notice right away as you walk in the door that there won't be a regular greeter like you're used to in the past when you walk in. We invite you to just come on in and follow the markings on the floor as you make your way to the sanctuary. We also ask that as you enter the building and at all times in the building that you are wearing one of these, a mask on your face. I'm going to take it off now so that you can understand this video a little bit better. But we ask that no matter what you're doing in the building, that you're always wearing a mask. And if you don't have a mask, we've got some provided for you right here, so you can take one as you come in that you can wear at all times when you're in the building. Also, right next to the masks, you'll see your first opportunity to sanitize your hands on your way to the sanctuary. But don't worry, if you don't get this one, there are plenty throughout the building as well. Once you've done that, you can proceed to the sanctuary this way. There will be markings on the floor all the way marking your path to the sanctuary that remind you of that 6 feet of physical distancing that we are going to encourage all along the way as you enter the building. You can use the bathrooms in the building, but these ones in the main entry are the only ones that are accessible to everyone in the building. And so please use these and be mindful of the physical distancing there as well. As you make your way to the sanctuary, you'll notice that we've removed the hangers from the coat rack. We encourage you to bring any of your belongings with you into the sanctuary. Once you've reached this part of the building, you will be likely greeted by one of our PLC worship hosts. Our PLC worship hosts are just that. They're here to help you out on Sunday mornings. And so they will help guide you into the sanctuary and to your seat and help remind you of all of the guidelines that are in place for your health and safety. At this point, it's going to be especially important that we keep that 6 feet of physical distancing as we wait to proceed into the sanctuary. On your way in the building and throughout this space especially, you will see lots of signs that are up and maybe a few barriers and doors that are closed. We have specifically blocked off parts of the building in order to keep everyone who's in the building safe. And so we have only the main entry into the sanctuary and the sanctuary open for worship on Sunday mornings. Again, if there are people waiting to enter the sanctuary along with you, we encourage you to continue following that 6 feet of physical distancing before you enter the sanctuary. Now that we've reached the entrance of the sanctuary, we're going to pass it off to Pastor Paul, and he's going to show you how to enter the sanctuary space and find your seat.
Oh, hey, we're glad you're here. I knew that you were going to be coming so we could show you a little bit about the sanctuary. So I think Pastor Adam just did a great job telling you about this space and how we're going to enter into the building as we worship together. And as Pastor Adam did, I'm going to take my mask off now just so you can hear me. But when we're together, as he said, we're going to wear them all the time to keep each other safe. So now in this space, as you enter into the sanctuary, you're going to see that we have an offering bucket, and then we also have a garbage can. And so we're going to invite you to take any garbage that you have after the service and put it in there. And then if you want to before or after service, you can drop your offering off then. We are not going to be passing the trays during offering, just for your safety and for everybody's safety. You're going to see these same spots on the carpet where we're going to invite you to stay separate from one another, about 6 feet. And you're going to see that they're X's now, but when you come to worship, you're going to see they're a little different symbol by the time that happens. But for now, they're X's. So you're going to come into the sanctuary, and if you are lucky enough to be here first, you get to come to the front of the sanctuary, and our hosts will seat you. Now, I know you probably have a favorite chair, but during COVID, we're going to ask you to be especially gracious with us and sit where we place you so that we can get as many people in the sanctuary as possible. Your host will direct you where to sit, or seat. You're going to see on Communion Sundays, we have not just your bulletins already on your chair for you, we also have your communion cup and wafer ready to go. So, if it's not Communion Sunday, it'll just be the bulletins, okay? And we invite you then to sit where the ushers have showed you where to sit down. Depending on the size of your group, if there's just one of you, then we'll have you sit, and the next group will seat 3 chairs away from you. There will always be 3 seats between you and the next household. That's enough space for us to social distance. And you can see that there's also social distancing between this row and the next one and the one in front of. And so you'll see there's plenty of space for everybody to have good space between each other. But some things will be a little bit different. There are going to be points in the service where in the past we would have call and responses, or we would share in the Lord's Prayer together. And we would also sing normally together. Of course, all of those things are more dangerous now. And so we invite you to listen to the beautiful music that'll be happening. And we invite you to hear the Lord's Prayer and recite it in your head. But we invite you also to not share them out loud, as we still want to keep everybody as safe as possible, and that's our way to do just that. As you worship with us, and as the worship goes on, we would like you, it's only about a half-hour service, if at all possible, please remain in your seats so that we don't go past one another and we just stay in our own areas. And at the end of the service, the host will invite you to leave. And we will actually leave differently than we've done before. We're going to invite the back rows to exit first, and they'll be working their way towards the front. And as that happens, then we'll have you get up and walk out. But they're only going to let you out when there's enough space, so you don't have to stand for a long period of time. And then when you do exit, we invite you, after you've taken care of offering or any garbage that you have, we invite you to leave quickly. We know how much you would love to have fellowship time and share in just a good word with one another. We want that too. But right now, that's not particularly safe. And so we encourage you not to congregate after service. So just a couple last things for you to remember as we prepare for worship together. First of all, you can sign up and click on the church's website. There's a Sign Up Genius that'll be open at the beginning of each week for the following Sunday. Please sign up. Sign up how many people will be coming from your household. And then we'll know who will be here. If you can't come and you've already signed up, you can remove your name from that, and it opens it up for others to join us as well. But at the end of the day, this is only going to work and only be possible with 2 things: your patience and your continued effort to wear your masks, to respect one another, love your neighbor in really different ways than we've had to love our neighbors before. We know that together the Paynesville Lutheran Church family can do this, but we do. We need your help to make it happen. And so please bear with us, support us when we make mistakes, but also continue to strive to worship together by following just these few simple guidelines. And we are looking forward to seeing you.